Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela. I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady and welcome back to another yarn review. So today's yarn review is for the Scheepjes Colour Crafter. So let's pop over now and have a look and see what you think of this cheeky yarn. Now, I didn't think I had any of this posh on, but it turns out I'd bought it way back before the channel in that massive big batch of yarn that I bought from a beautiful lady over on Facebook Marketplace, where I got far too much yarn and it was in boxes on top of the wardrobe in the purple bedroom before I moved down here. And yes, I hadn't actually properly gone through it to check my labels and all the rest of it. So I started making a jumper this week and I haven't got a lot of colours that are all the same, a lot of balls of wool that are multiples. So, but I remembered having this beautiful shade of purple. So I thought, right, I'm going to delve down that box and see how many of them I've got so that I can make a jumper. So this was the start of my jumper. It's nearly the entire back section done in a 5mm hook, as the pattern said. Guess who didn't do a test square, and guess who's going to have to rip the whole lot back. But if anything, that's going to give you a good look at how well this undoes. Right, so let's have a look at this Scheepjes Colour Crafter. Now this is a 100 gram and it makes 300 meters. They suggest using a 4mm hook on needle, and your little square would be a 24 rows by 20 stitches to make a 10 by 10 centimeter square. It says I'll wash at 40, and a P is for your dry cleaner. It says you can iron and you can tumble. Okay, but don't spin. Okay, it is 100% acrylic, and the colourway I have here is Harlequin, and that is colour number 1432, and my dye lot was a 3688. Now, as I said, I've had this for a very long time. I've had it for over 3 to 4 years now, so I'm going to check to make sure that this is still available. If it is, I will pop in some links in the description box and a little message on screen saying this brand colour way is still available. Now I'll pop up on screen now. But as you can see here on the side of the ball band, it also does give us the scheepjes.com website, their Facebook page, their Instagram and their Pinterest details. So you never know, if you want to be inspired, maybe pop over and have a look at their Facebook, Instagram and Pinterest. Right, so as I said a few moments ago, this is done with a 5mm hook. And this is how the stitch work in just a simple double crochet looks in a 4mm hook. Okay, so it does show some really nice, beautiful stitch definition. Okay, but what we will now do is our little sample square, which means that I'll be showing you how to do it in lots of different ways. So give me a moment, I'm just going to sort out my background so that you can actually see me working a little bit easier. Oh, right, so let's get going. Start off with our simple chain. I'm not going to go too mad on the sample size for this one, because of course I've got that massive one that I can undo in a minute. So as you can see, it slides over the hook really nicely and it doesn't snag too much. Don't get me wrong, on the larger project that I did get a couple of bits where I didn't quite catch it properly, but hopefully we won't have that today, and if we do, you'll see how it splits and how it works and all the rest of it. So, and now on to a couple of rows of a single crochet. Now on to our half double crochet. Just like that. So let's do another one of them. Now on to our double crochet. Now on to some trebles. There you go, there's your trebles. Okay, so let's do some random stitch, shall we? Let's go for the bobble. Now remember, if you like the look of the bobble stitch when I finish this little quick sample, there is actually a tutorial now out for it, which is under the Stitch a Week group of videos. So I will pop a link up here for you. There. So there we go, and there is our little sample section. We have, of course, our single crochets, our half double crochets, our doubles, followed by a row of trebles, and then a fancy stitch. Right, so let's see how well this frog's back. It's coming out of those stitches, lovely. Now this is where I put in a bit of a muck up. As you can see, I worked into a loose strand, but with a little bit of a wiggle you can normally detach it nicely. Down the double crochets, now onto the half doubles, and finally our singles. Apologies if you can hear the noise. And then our chain, slight tugging on one of the chain there. Again, it's just a case of giving it a bit of a wiggle and it's done. So how do I like this yarn? To be honest, I am loving the stitch definition on it. I'm loving how smoothly it works over my hook. And there's no real issues with it at all really. On smoothability, if I stuck the Aldi Everyday DK at say a number 2 and our Stylecraft Special DK at number 5, I would put this probably at around a 3 on softness. So, and that's pre-wash, pre-everything else. Now remember, this ball is at least 4 years old, so there's bound to be some dust in it, making it less soft. And that's my theory behind it anyway. Right, I am now going to actually set up my wool winder, and I'm going to unwind all this. Now, if you wish to watch me do that, then go for it. The video will be up in a few moments. If not, thank you ever so much for watching today's yarn review, and I will catch you all really soon. So if you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody. Wish me luck. There's 150 grams and 4 sewn in ends to find. Yeah, I was a good girl. I did my ends before anything else. Time to say goodbye to 48 rows of double crochet. Ouch. pants. This is a sewed in end. Oh, I've got to cut it off. Back to where it was.